This is kind of a quick live stream today. There's no game, so don't think you guys are missing a game or anything. Just a little check-in with BBN here to talk about the game tomorrow and also address some different things that are going on with the team and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, a lot of stuff circulating about certain players, and I'm here to report some stuff that I know and to report some things I know people are just running with that don't have no evidence at all. But yeah, let me just click in here. But yeah, just right off the bat, guys, obviously by the title of this live stream, we have a big game tomorrow in Kentucky versus Louisville. So this is a must-win, in my opinion, tomorrow. And it's not just a must-win, but it's a game that I think can really decide where the season will go. I mean, it's just one game, so I'm not going to get too overexcited about it. But it's definitely a big opportunity for our Cats to bounce back and get back on the winning track because, hey, there's no better game and no better opportunity to build your confidence against your all-time rival in an absolutely highly contested game. Okay, Marley, I need you to be quiet. Okay?
Marley, quick.
But yeah, I know. So Kentucky, that is the one thing I'll say first off is tomorrow's game is at 1 o'clock on CBS, and as of right now, Louisville's favored. There's no line that I could find, but I did find that Louisville is like a 63.6% chance to win the game according to the FPI or whatever. So we'll be an underdog, which I think is a good thing for our team going to this game. I would not want to see us favored in a game where we've lost 5 in a row. We should not be favored against anyone until we can prove that we can win a basketball game. But yeah, so ESPN's given Louisville basically a 60% chance to win the game, about 63%. But hey, you know what? Who cares about that? I think going to the game, we have to focus on ourselves and not worry about all that stuff. Gold medal 67. Yeah, hey, Merry Christmas to you too, Gold Medal 67. And Eric Byrne, what's going on? And then, no, thank you, Gold Medal 67, for saying that. What do you think about the Cam situation? That is the first thing on my notes here that I want to talk about because as soon as the North Carolina game ended, there was a lot of stuff circulating. And at first, I was trying to block it out. I didn't want to hear any of the negative news going around. And it definitely sounded like something happened, not just on that day after the game, but something had been building up to that point with Cam Fletcher, probably in practice and also on the bench, complaining about stuff. But from the stuff that I've heard and the sources that I trust, he left the team for a little bit because Coach Cal asked him to step away for a little bit, step away from the program. But since then, I mean, even when it happened, Cam Fletcher had a really good, I think, a really mature post to the fan base. It might have been the day of the game or day after the game or whatever it was. I thought it was a pretty good address to the Big Blue Nation. I love when the players address the fan base like that. And who knows? He didn't say it from his mouth. It was from his either Snapchat or Instagram. And it seemed like he was sincere about apologizing. I mean, once again, these guys are all young freshmen, and these guys aren't mature adults yet. I mean, as far as like being a leader in the court, these guys are still really young. And you know what? When you're an absolute stud in high school, winning all your games and everything's going just perfect, everyone's telling you how good you are, and then you come to Division I basketball and you start to lose like this, things can get tough. Whenever losing happens, stuff can follow and stuff that can just build to things that aren't really there. You know what I mean? So it's like, as far as my opinion goes with Cameron Fletcher, I think he might even be back with the team possibly by tomorrow's game. If you're asking me, honestly, I'd probably say he'll return hopefully before the South Carolina game or at least the second SEC game. But it sounds like he'll be back sooner rather than later. But yeah, it definitely sounded like there was a lot of stuff going on. Even one of our UK Reactions contributors told us that they thought we were going to lose multiple players. But ever since that game, I've only heard one thing from Coach Cal's mouth about Cameron Fletcher. And yeah, he asked him to step away, but it sounds like he's going to join the team again. And he's very positive about it. And a lot of people that are close to Cameron Fletcher said that they appreciate what Cal's doing with asking, with how they're handling it. And it sounds like Cameron Fletcher's basically owning up to that he made a mistake. He was probably acting immature about playing time and stuff like that, and he's owning up to it. As long as he can build from this, he'll be a better player from this.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the post I saw definitely looked like he obviously cares.
Yeah.
I think that's really the only thing that matters in this right now is that if he cares and actually he definitely seems like he wants to be a part of the team, and that post, he obviously cares about BBN and everything, so I'm not worried about that at all.
No.
I mean, because obviously you're losing like that. Obviously, everything starts piling up.
Exactly.
And the fact that he's able to make that post after, I'm not worried at all.
No.
I mean, he seemed perfectly fine, and especially with that post, he obviously cares. So
Agreed.
that's not the problem.
No, I appreciate that post, and Originally, if you had to ask me right after the game, I was like, he's
I
probably
didn't
gone.
even see anything though. I didn't even see what happened.
See, I
The
didn't,
game just
that's the
ended
thing
and
is
that
like
was it.
all the stuff that we were hearing after the game was from either people on Twitter or people that are like, at the game, because all of a sudden after the game ended, there was stuff that I noticed during the game. But there was so much stuff going on at once. You can't just catch up on stuff like that quickly. I did notice Terrence Clark went off the court and looked like he was doing some attitude stuff with Cal.
Everyone looked angry.
Everyone
because
looked
we
angry,
lost.
but who's happy about winning? But there's ways to handle it.
Yeah.
And it seemed like Cameron Fletcher, I'd heard that he had just left the bench before the game ended, or maybe that was Terrence Clark. No matter what happened, there's a lot of stuff going on at once, and a lot of news was circulating. And you know what? I agree. I don't think anyone's happy right now. No one should be happy with how we're playing. But the way we handle this and move forward from it is what's going to matter ultimately. And who knows? 2 months from now, this could all mean nothing. Or this could all, yeah, exactly. It mean nothing because like we could improve from this. But
yeah, and obviously the attitude problems are not good. But I've got to say, I'd much rather see someone angry after a loss versus happy.
That's
I
a good
swear.
point.
Seeing someone laughing and happy after a loss like that makes me even more angry because it's like, okay, yeah, you should handle the loss, but if you're just happy and laughing around, that means you don't give a crap.
No,
Obviously they care.
that's a great point because it shows that they care. And like I said, you guys will hear from us if we believe someone is out on the court not trying to win, because our frustration with the players has at least to this point is not due to them not wanting to win.
Or not trying. Yeah.
No, they're not trying. They're trying. I mean, they're trying their best as far as like they're struggling. They're making dumb decisions, but they're a young team and they're lacking leadership majorly, which leads into my next point before I get back to the comments. Yeah, but Cal basically called out the team and said he appointed 3 players, unnamed players, to be the leaders on the court, to where if any attitude problems happen or if any bad decisions happen, they're gonna correct that right on the spot. They didn't say who the players were, but if I had to guess, it's got to be the 3 oldest guys: Sarr, Mintz, and Brooks. It just has to be.
Yeah.
That's my guess. We don't really know, but
Brooks is playing.
If Brooks is playing, but that'll be a later point in this video. But just to catch up here, let's see. Movie Mania says we win 74-70 tomorrow. You know what? That's a good prediction, Movie Mania, because I really do think if we win this game, it's gonna be a close game and it's gonna be a battle. And you know what? No matter what, I don't care how we win. Just get it. Just get that effing W on the win column. That's all that matters.
We have to score over 70 to win, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we're due for an explosion of points, but I still don't know when it's going to come. But we're due, and our day of reckoning is coming.
70 is not difficult for this team if we play a
No.
full game. If
We
we
scored-
play 3/4 of the
No.
game. We've been playing half games. So
Just
far.
about a half,
Twice.
maybe at most. Exactly. In little spurts here and there.
Yeah.
Gold medal 67. With everything going on this year, if we go 3-24 and 2 of those wins are against Louisville and Tennessee, that would make things better. Do not lose to Louisville. That would be a very frustrating year if we go 3-24. But if we got those 2 wins, I agree. That would definitely be nice if we could beat those 2 teams. I agree.
Yeah, if we beat Louisville, Tennessee, and Auburn, I'm fine.
No.
Can't lose to Auburn.
But no, you can't. There's certain teams that you don't want to lose to. But I agree. It's just like a win like tomorrow. It's not just a win. It's a win against your arch nemesis. It's a game leading into SEC play. Obviously, we have one more non-conference game in Texas, which would be a nice win opportunity in late January or early February, whenever that game is. But like I said, just getting a win, guys. Winning makes things much smoother. And you would much like, obviously, a loss, you can learn from a loss, but I'd much rather win from a close win, always. But like I said, this team, from these losses, from these hard moments they're having right now, are going to be better from this, I think. And we can use this to our advantage, especially going forward. But yeah. Hey, Mikey, what's going on? It's a what?
Hey. What's going on?
UK reaction contributor there. And let's see here. We got Gold Medal 67 saying South Carolina game on Tuesday is postponed. Hearing from KSR, we might schedule Bell. I know you're talking about Bellarmine. I know you're talking about a new D1 school this year. Hey, we might as well schedule someone to play because that Detroit Mercy game's been pushed back twice now, and now you're talking about the South Carolina game, which you're right. That game did get postponed, at least on ESPN. It has a little PPD next to it, meaning postponed, which once again is so frustrating. But you know what? Like you just said, schedule a flipping game. Let's get a game played. And I'm telling you guys, if we get one win, it's the same thing with shooting and how we play on the court. One little thing goes our way, momentum switches. You can turn things around. Basketball is a game of runs. It really is. And you could be playing horribly for how many games in a row, but then you make a shot or make a free throw, and all of a sudden your mental aspect changes. And I know that's a smaller comparison to the whole season, but right, guys, we're 1-5. We're not 1-50.
I know there's 2 games. We lost really close to Kansas. We lost by 1 flipping point to flipping Notre Dame. So yeah, our record does not display this. I mean, those 2 close games. Let's give us by one flipping point, really, we win that game. Kansas, really close game against a really good team.
Yeah.
Say we win that one. We're 3-3.
You're right. No,
3-3?
yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
seriously,
a lot
Kansas.
different.
No, Kansas is a game late in the game that was anyone's game. Honestly, we blew it in the first half to even let them back in that game, and it was late in the game. It was tied up, and they just made the plays down the stretch to win the game.
They're a good team.
Close game. They're a good team. North Carolina was another team that we were playing really well against, and it was a close game late. And once again, late in the game, refs didn't help us. We didn't help ourselves. And North Carolina took advantage and won the game. And then those two games right
They're
there.
a really good team.
Georgia Tech, probably our worst game of the year. That one I don't think we deserved to win.
No.
We played horrible probably throughout the entire game. But then Richmond, we were up 6 points in the second half. Granted, Richmond might be one of the best teams we've played thus far, believe it or not. That was a game that we could have won. So that's 3 games right there. And then you got which one am I forgetting about? Yeah, Notre Dame. Oh my goodness, we're a shot away, and probably 3 shots in the first half away from winning.
2 free throws.
So seriously, so
and that's what I'm saying. If we make
We're
it
right
this
there.
tournament, if we make it, watch out. You know, seriously,
I'm telling you.
not saying that to joke.
No, you're right. You're right.
Because people
You
were not
think-
going to forget
yeah.
about these games. Barely losing to Kansas, a good game with North Carolina, then we get screwed over by the rest while we lost. I mean, if we get in the tournament, there are teams that are not going to want to play us as an 8 seed. So watch out. I'm serious.
you're right.
You're not going to want to play us.
You're right. I'm telling you guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, our goal should be to get to 20 wins. 20 wins. 20 wins. That's only 19 more, and we're already at 1. Keep saying that. At some point, we gotta improve.
Let's get to 15,
Yeah.
16.
Aaron,
2.
Aaron Gasaway says we lose 71-65. I mean, that's pretty accurate compared
No.
to our losses this year. Is we're right around 60 points. You're right. If we score less than 70 points, I think we'll lose.
Yeah,
But
we'll lose. Yeah,
if we
for
get
sure.
over 70, we'll win. I'm not saying it's impossible to not win below 70, but our chances of winning go extremely up. They go up a lot more if we get above 70 points. I'm telling you right now. 'Cause guess what that means? That means we scored 35 points per half, or at least like they would average out 35 points per half, because 35 plus 35 is 70. That's
Yeah.
always our goal every game, every half, no matter what.
Yeah, if we score more than 70, I think we'll win. And if we keep their second chance points under 10, keep under 10 turnovers, those stats in particular,
Yeah.
if we keep those under that, we will win.
That's a good
If
point.
we don't, I'll let you know.
Yep.
I'll say I'm wrong.
Gold Medal 67 says a win tomorrow will make things so much better going to conference play. 100%. You're exactly right, because like I said before, this is our biggest rival. It's a huge opportunity to get a big win, build our confidence up. I'm telling you, if we beat anyone, I think it's going to improve our confidence, let alone beating Louisville in a
Yeah.
game like this. And trust me,
Game's difficult.
this is going to be a dogfight, because Louisville just got embarrassed on live TV last week by 37 points. Something we've not done yet, and we've also just lost 5 in a row. So this is a game that both teams badly want. I think we need a lot more. But again, both teams are going to want this win. It's going to depend on who comes out and takes it and plays smarter basketball, team basketball, and plays with energy. Because again, without the crowd, you have to kind of create your own energy, which I saw a lot of in that second half against Notre Dame. I want to see that. I want to see that second half against Notre Dame put together into 40 minutes. Obviously, you can never play a perfect game 100% all game long, but just to be able to bounce back from mistakes. And we cannot. There's probably a long list of things that we need to do better to win games, but we cannot go on droughts of just 3-4 minutes without even scoring. Like, you just can't do that and win a basketball game most of the time. Because once again, we've had major moments in the second half of games where it's just like we're not scoring, we're turning it over, and we're matching that with bad defense on the other end. So it's like you just can't get away with that against good basketball teams. You just can't do it. And then Gold Medal 67 says we need Keon back already. That's a good point, and that's a great question, because in my opinion, I said this a week ago or 2 weeks ago, Brooks has to be back tomorrow, and if he's not back by tomorrow, that's a message from our coaching staff saying that they don't care. And so I'm not saying they don't care, but this is a big game for our fan base. Because like you guys said, and like we all acknowledge, this is our biggest rival, 100%. And if you don't even let Keon Brooks back, it'd be one thing if he had a broken leg and he couldn't play, but he got hurt in early October, and an injury that's not been very much covered at all by our coaching staff. They just keep saying originally he said he'll be back by game 3, and now it's like a month later, and it's just like there's no timetable at all. And we're just sitting here guessing and this is not just one little sub on the bench that's not playing. This is only one of our most important players, our only returning player from last season. This is a big deal. There needs to be much more communication from Cal to the fan base saying guys, you can't just say he wants to be back. Okay, obviously he wants to be back. He better want to be back. But it's get him back, let him play. Because I'm telling you right now, guys, if we have Brooks all season long, I don't think we have just one win. I think we have easily 3 or 4, at least 3 with Keon Brooks. I think he makes that much of a difference. And it sucks that we just don't know. But if you're asking me right now, I say he's back tomorrow. He has to be back tomorrow. If he's not, we can still win because obviously we played all season long without him. But as far as a message goes and how we are as a team, it'll say a lot about tomorrow if he doesn't bring Keon Brooks back tomorrow, because it says more about him looking out for his NBA career and not the season. Which, hey, I want a little bit of both. I don't want someone to hurt themselves for the NBA career, but at the same time, we're playing to win basketball games here. This is not the little like elevator to get to the NBA. Like, yeah, that can happen in the process, but there needs to be a goal of winning basketball games more so than just developing players. You know what I mean? Like that's where I draw the line. Like I want a little happy medium of both, but winning's always got to go up there. Like don't ever put a guy in a bad position. I'm not saying that, but at the same time, you can't like someone just said. I saw Aaron say Keon is Jared Vanderbilt 2.0. Exactly. I mean, Jared Vanderbilt really is someone that I get frustrated about when I think about, because that tournament was such a huge door that was opened up for us to get to the Final Four, one of the easiest paths probably in the history of our program, and he doesn't play at all. Who knows? I think we beat Kansas State with Jared Vanderbilt. Who knows? You know what? No matter what happens, we'll never know what would happen in that game with Jared Vanderbilt, because guess what? We scored 58 points without him, and maybe he scores a bucket that gives us the win. Who knows? But you're right. Same with PJ Washington to an extent before they brought him back. We're lucky that we beat Wofford and Houston, or I guess Wofford in the first round game without losing. If we would have lost to Wofford, that'd be horrible for us to think Washington didn't play when he could, and he was totally fine. Remember he was wearing a boot and he was totally fine?
Well, man, I definitely have a major problem with the Kentucky medical staff for
Yeah.
several reasons. First of all, is the lack of transparency. I mean, it's like we're being held out of this secret information when they can just tell us about a player that we're buying, at least we used to buy tickets to go watch. We don't have the right to know, at least semi what's going on. At least don't lie to us again and again.
Yeah.
And the fact that I've heard all this stuff about Kentucky's great medical team and like this great new technology we had where we can predict when people are going to be injured or that they're not going to get injured.
There's
We're
no
gonna have
information.
record time. And yet Brooks is like in this never-ending hurt cycle of like we don't know what's going on.
We don't know.
You brag about how good your medical thing is, but then you can't tell us generally when he's going to be back, and you keep messing it up every time.
Yeah.
That's just the comical part to me. Like,
No, you're
why
right.
would you compliment it? And then Brooks, the Washington thing was a joke, and then Brooks is now out for eternity because of something that happened 3 months ago. I mean, if it's not an ACL or something like that, like he can't be out for that long.
I agree.
Like, I don't know what's going on. They're not telling us.
All I know is it's like a calf/ankle injury, something like that. That's all we know. That's all I know.
Because I mean, if it's a severe sprain, he's out for most likely a month. But if it's anything else, then they should tell us.
Yeah.
It's like, why is it a mystery?
Nope, you're
That's
right.
a major problem I have.
Austin Martin, what's going on? He said, need the win tomorrow.
Austin,
100% Austin. Tomorrow is a must win, like we just said, and it's a big win opportunity. And who knows? I think this is going to be a major turning point for our season. 100% tomorrow. So you're right. A win is vital tomorrow to how this season will play out ultimately. And then Michael Martin says, it comes down to two things: chewing bubble gum, or kicking butt. Guess what? We're all out of bubble gum.
Imagine him.
That's a good one. Aaron says, I'm worried because Kansas might pass us in most wins. They're only down 11 wins. Really? Wait, I must have missed that. I thought, you know what? Maybe they were showing that for just the teams in the CBS Sports Classic. I think you're right about that. That's definitely up in the air this season if we can't turn things around. But no matter what, we're going to bounce back, whether it's this year or next year. We're going to bounce back, and we'll be back to the gold standard of college basketball really soon. But that is, I didn't realize they were that close to us.
Are they over 2,000?
They must be. I thought North Carolina was second. You're probably right, Aaron. I hope you're wrong, but you're probably right. Because I want to keep that all-time winning record in our favor. Yeah, Kenny's gonna check right now. Then gold medal 67. Louisville only had 43 points last week and lost by 37. Watch them magically shoot like the 2015-19 Warriors against us tomorrow. You're probably right. That's honestly how the season's gone. That's how it's gone. So for the most part, teams just shoot unbelievable against us.
We're up 16.
So it sounds like we're up 16.
Kansas has 2,302. Kentucky has 2,318, I'm pretty sure, unless that hasn't been updated. And then North Carolina has 2,275. So they're still good chunk behind us, more than 40 games.
No matter what, they are behind us though. You're right. So right now we're still in the lead, like you said. We still have the best win percentage, Aaron. So that's definitely good to think about. But you're right. No matter what, 16 or 11, that's pretty close. No matter what.
Yeah.
And then UNC's third. I was thinking they had to be pretty close behind us. Hey, at least Puke's not top three, right? And then, no, you're right, though. Louisville, that's what's going to be so frustrating about tomorrow's game. But you know what? At this point, we're so used to it. It's hard to get used to. But watching teams just play horribly, like he just said, Louisville shot 30 – wait. Well, they probably shot horribly percentage-wise. They scored 43 last week and lost by 37. Watch, so, like, make all the
Wisconsin
shots tomorrow.
shot the fucking gym out.
Wisconsin shut the gym out, but still, they scored 43, which you would think the more that the other team would score, the more scoring opportunities you would have.
Yeah, I feel like in that kind of year, I
Kinda
feel like
weird.
you just probably get freaking discouraged. But
Maybe. But yeah, exactly. No, it's hopefully not gold medal, but you're probably right. Just how things usually go against teams that play us. But I'm really hopeful for a bounce back performance tomorrow. And trust me, a win will feel so nice because it's been literally over a month since we've won a basketball game. I mean, it's been a while. So
I think that 38-0 team. 30.
oh gosh, I know. Thinking back to any of our past teams, it's just like I mean, it's nice to win. This is a
We're
nice
going
day.
on to our 39th win in a row.
Exactly. I know. We're about to go on our 39th win of the season, that one season. But let's not even get back to that story now. But literally right now, guys, a win would be so nice to have because right now it's definitely a nice reality check of what other programs have to deal with some seasons because this is something that we don't have to deal with most of the time. But because thankfully we've had guys like the Lord here with the light over his face, Anthony Davis, always there. I don't know why. And then Carl Towns and Devin Booker, players like that can bail you out of bad games. I'm telling you that right now. And I'm telling you right now, guys, there's guys on our team. I know I'm down a little bit on some of the guys. It's early, but there's guys on our team, guys, that are going to be playing unbelievably, I think, really soon. And it's painful to watch this growing process because it happens every single year. And with a lack of leadership, I think it's been amplified even more. But yeah, I think a guy like B.J. Boston, I know it's frustrating as heck to watch him play right now. Same with Terrence Clark, beyond frustrating as heck. But guys like this, obviously they can play basketball and they're talented players. It's just a matter of them getting their confidence and understanding the flow of Division I basketball against good teams and not playing AAU high school basketball. This is a different level here. But once they find that level and we learn how to play as a team, and these transfers that we got in start to play up to their standards and stop playing soft, because Olivier Sarr, he's had some great moments, but he plays kind of soft sometimes. But he needs to improve. And there's just so many things that we can easily work out. Foul trouble. Last game was atrocious. Well, turnovers alone, that's pretty easy to say.
It's all in our control.
Seriously, it probably is. That's probably
control not to turn it over.
No, that's definitely in our control. I think it probably is like the reason we've lost probably most of our games.
Yeah. Points up turnovers, especially.
But yeah, but then just also the fact that I think that just like there's certain things like setting good screens. I mean, I feel like we've set a million moving screens last week alone. Foul trouble killed us last game. I mean, we had our three biggest guys all fouled out. And you know what? Getting into like positivity moving on for the rest of this live stream. Lance Ware, I think, was the standout in last week's game against North Carolina. I mean, that guy balled out. He played really hard.
Yeah, screwed on the fouls.
He's been screwed on fouls all season long. Literally every single game. I guarantee you, say if he has 20 fouls, I'd say 15 are absolutely bogus, maybe more. So I think Lance Ware, I said it before the season started, he'll be the biggest surprise player, and I'm loving his motor and his engine and how he plays. And I say after that performance, let him start tomorrow against Louisville. They probably won't. They'll probably start Sarr, and if Brooks is back, then start Brooks and Sarr, I would say. But if it's the same group that we've had playing, I'd start Lance Ware 100% with how he played. Just send a message to the team. You're only playing on that court if you care and put the heart in out there and make good decisions. Because he was making great decisions. He's playing hard, attacking the glass, and obviously he's not a perfect player, but I just think that Lance Ware, he was really sparking a lot of stuff in that game, and I liked what he did a lot. And then Mikey says, I got this Wildcat out back, and it just clawed this red Cardinal. Hey, that's a good sign for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's hope that we claw the Cardinals tomorrow and get the W, 100%.
It's a good sign.
It's a good sign right there. If we win tomorrow, I'll go back to this live stream and put this in the reactions if it's a close win.
Yeah, I just remember my quote from earlier, talking about being mint.
Well,
come back to be pretty stupid.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of comments that are going to come on us. Aaron says, yeah, Lance stepped up. No, he definitely did. Now, Lance, where I'm telling you guys, played really hard, and I liked his heart that he showed out there in that court. And you know what? Devin Askew had a pretty good game as well, I think. Obviously, he's nowhere near as good as he can be, but I thought he did a much better job of controlling the ball, and he had some great drives to the basket, some okay jump shots. It's the 3-point shooting that's very concerning to this point, just because I know these guys can shoot. They 100% can. Like, it's just a matter of them getting the confidence of knocking down those shots. It just sucks because obviously we're struggling, and like you said before, losing can add to that lack of confidence and make shots harder to go in. But when you see one go in, we've watched it before. You make one shot go in, the next one goes in. I mean, you just get that what's the word? I guess momentum on your side, or just mojo, just like that.
Confidence.
Yeah, it's overall confidence of playing basketball. So again, guys, we're in a good position right now. Obviously, we're not in a good position right now, but I think we saw a major opportunity here tomorrow to get a win and bounce back. And who knows? Maybe the SEC is weaker this year. We can run the table there. I mean you never know.
I think it's weaker than usual. As far as ranked teams go, that doesn't really mean a whole lot.
I mean,
there'll still be a lot of good hidden teams there. I think there's only 1 or 2 ranked teams right now in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee obviously is really good. Missouri is really good. Those are probably 2 of the best ones, I would say.
Auburn's always an annoying good
Auburn's
team.
probably okay. And then Florida's always pretty talented as well. But outside of that, guys, there's no team we cannot beat. Honestly, there's no team we can't beat in the entire country. I mean, at this point, obviously, there's some teams that would probably beat us pretty bad if we play how we have been playing. But with our talent and our ability, there's not anyone in this country that we cannot beat on any given night. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just like we just have got to get some wins, get back above 500, and just go on a run and just put all these losses behind us. All this stuff that's happened already to this point, ignore it. Don't worry about it. It means nothing anymore. Use that pain and that anger from losing basketball games going forward and take it to all these teams we play. I'm telling you guys, we can control our own destiny right now. We really do. And it's just a matter of us taking control of our own team and just playing basketball to the ability that we know we can, make some shots, play hard. And no matter what, guys, just stick with the cast, because no matter what happens this year, this could be a major thing going into next year, getting guys to come back, mixing with the talent coming in. And ultimately, that's what's going to make one of our best teams, like in the past, is getting guys to come back, having that experience mixed with young talent, and just getting that team chemistry, which, again, we've not seen this team with any chemistry at all, hardly at all, ever. So imagine this team when they actually start playing up to their potential, because we know how good they can be. We all know. We all know how good they can be. It's just a matter of them putting it together and actually playing and putting it all together on the court in a basketball game.
Yeah, we can really start canceling out some of these losses. Like we win tomorrow, cancel out one of our bad losses, and then we'll just keep doing that. Only have a few to cancel out, then we can get back on the right track and win the SEC tournament. That just gives us more games to make up for. Gives us more chances to get more wins. Obviously, if we lose early in that tournament, it's going to hurt us. But what is it? SEC tournament, potentially 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, it's potentially 3 or 4 games. And probably, exactly. It could be more than usual if we were like lower seed, which actually would probably be beneficial to us.
Yeah, that could be better.
Play more games, even though it would tire us out. But at the same time, it's more win opportunities.
It doesn't really matter, though.
But at the same time, though, honestly, I think it's we've got to grow up as a team. We've got to grow up. We've got to eliminate this. We've got to 100% take away this attitude stuff that I'm seeing from some of the players off the court. That can't be going on. If that's going on, that just takes our chances away 100%, because if you don't have a team that's together off the court and mentally
united we stand.
And if united we stand, or divided we fall. Little Avengers Civil War line there. But literally, like if we're not mentally tough, nothing's going to happen this year. We have to be mentally tough, number one, and just focus on our own team and control and only focus on things that we can control, like playing hard basketball, giving your heart out on the court, and just doing the little things. Like Cal was saying, we're trying to overplay. What was the thing you said a million times about Terrence Clark? Making a pass with your feet off the ground.
Yeah.
You can't do that stuff. And yeah, you might get away with it every now and then, but just know what you're doing. Do the small things. Make the easy pass, and then just make the layup. Don't do this is a great example here. Late in that North Carolina game, Terrence Clark, this kind of defined the entire game, honestly, in my opinion. We're down like 9 points, 7 points. Terrence Clark goes between his legs through 4 defenders from North Carolina and gets rim stuffed at the rim by the rim, trying to dunk it in instead of just laying it in. And at that point, we need a 3. So all this stuff, that play alone really summarized, I think, the entire season to that point. And like I said, guys, we have, I think it's like 24 games just by the regular season alone. You include, hold on, I'll take it back. It's like 23 games in regular season alone left, including possibly 3 or 4 more. So that's 27 games, probably at most 26. That's a lot of games. So, guys, there's a lot of time left to turn this thing around. And I'm telling you right now, guys, we've been struggling a lot. We really have. But things are going to get better. We're going to figure this out. And I truly believe in this team. I'm not giving up. I'm not losing faith in this team ever. And I still think there's a pathway to greatness this year, and it's still time for 9.
Yeah, since Kentucky, live stream. I guess I didn't talk about. I'm not just gonna like bash one player, but I did want to focus on one player in particular because I know there's a lot of things I said about as far as them caring about the team, and I kind of mentioned Clark. I know it seems like I've been complaining about Clark all fucking year, but
It's right.
there's just particular things where I'm saying right now, I've not seen this from any other players, and that's why I'm saying it. I've seen from Clark in particular really selfish, dumb plays that I don't think it wasn't just a mistake. He didn't just miss a shot. There's two or three drives in a row where he doesn't pass it, drives to the hoop, selfish, terrible
Important
shots
possessions.
on important possessions. Even some that weren't that important, but it really frustrates me. That cannot happen. I swear, that is just so frustrating. Making it, I can't shine the shoes of anyone on Kentucky
No.
as far as the
They
play
made it.
goes, but that is stuff that cannot happen. It's just the stuff that frustrates me the most. That the selfish stuff drives me crazy, and that cannot happen. That's what I saw, and that's what I was saying about how everyone else is trying, and I'm not getting mad at anyone for losing a game or missing a shot, but that crap. Just
No.
that frustrates me. I'd like to see him go a game without doing that, and because I've seen it would happen multiple times. Where usually if you do something selfish, you'll stop. Because like, okay, that was stupid. Let me stop that. But he did it 2 or 3 times in a row, and I do not want to see that.
And taking another angle on that, I agree. He definitely has some very questionable possessions and plays he should not have made. But I think in defense of him, in some ways, I think like in his mind, he's overthinking and overplaying to the point where he thinks again. You got to imagine growing up and just dominating every single basketball game you've ever played in your life, and you can just have moments where you just turn it on, go to the basket, and do insane shots to go in. But in the grand scheme of things, I think he was just trying to do too much at that moment. And I really don't think it's him trying to be selfish on purpose in a way. It's just by default. And there are times he needs to pass the ball, but I think in his mind, he's overplaying and trying to do too much on plays. When and trust me, Cal gets on him. He's ripped him out of games multiple times, chewing him out like no other. He's probably been hardest. If I had to pick one player in the Kentucky team this year that Cal's been most hard on, I have to say it has to be Terrence Clark.
I mean, it's deserved in my opinion.
It's deserved. But I'm just saying, I think he's just overplaying it again. He seems relaxed and just make the easy play. And trust me, I think he's a stud. Obviously, he was ranked number 5 overall in the entire class, 4 overall. So he's talented. He's got the talent there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really just. I think he's just overplaying. But I agree. The selfish play, no matter what, no matter who it is, can't happen no matter what. Or else, if you have even 2 selfish plays in the second half of a game, you're probably losing the game more times than not.
Yeah.
And Lady Basketball Player 23 says they need to pass the ball more. No, 1,000% right about that. Passing, making the easy play,
and
playing
not
team
passing
basketball.
when you're in the air, not
Yes.
passing when the student, not the yeah. I
mean,
mean that's a great comment. He's don't just pass it when you're trapped. Pass it before. Let's get some passing. The jumping in the air and then throwing it, that's not a pass. That's just you getting rid of the ball. Yeah, and actually passing. That's definitely a key.
And I thought you were taught that in like elementary school basketball. As far as you don't leave your feet. There's certain things that you learn growing up about basketball. Like when you pass the ball, make sure you know who you're passing it to. Never throw the ball to someone that's not looking. That was actually a play that was in the second half against North Carolina. When it was a close game, I think we were actually winning at this point. We threw a pass to no one. When you went to the bathroom for 2 seconds, you came up. We threw a pass to literally no one. I didn't know what to say because I was calling the game. I was and we throw it to no one.
Yeah, and obviously
on an important possession, we threw it when that guy. That was actually a double whammy. The guy left his feet and threw it to no one.
Yeah,
he threw it to Cal. I'm pretty sure. So
I mean, yeah, and obviously I don't want to. I kind of feel a little more weird now about. Obviously I'm not bashing the players.
No,
we say we love the players all the time. So don't ever think that, but because I actually am older than Clark and stuff. So when I say this stuff, I'm actually saying it to someone younger than me. As crazy as that seems, and as impossible as that sounds, probably. I'm actually older than everyone on this team. I'm older than everyone on this team, even freaking Brooks. So it is a little weird now saying stuff about people on this team.
Well, yeah,
but obviously I'm not bashing them because I hate them. I'm being critical of them because obviously I love Big Blue.
Exactly. We love our Cats, and the thing is also if we're mentioning you guys' name a lot, it's coming out of our as far, what I'm trying to say, it's coming out of our
I love
it's almost it's coming in a place of we care about that player so much to where we know how good they can be. It's so frustrating. Because Terrence Clark probably is one of the most talented, gifted players on the team. So when we see him make dumb plays like that and make weird decisions, it's more frustrating for us because we know how good he can be. And I think it's coming from a place of just we want the guy to be better. So it's honestly
he's clearly a freaking amazing player.
Yeah. So and also he has the ball because Cal wants to be the point guard. So I don't know.
His dribbling has been as far as handling the ball. he's made some stupid drives.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, I'd agree. He's probably the best.
But
player.
our bashing of players is based purely upon us just wanting them to be better, and we'll never bash a player personally ever.
No.
And it's just their play on the court because we know how good they can be, and we just want them to be the best players that they can be. Wait, what's the line? I want you to be the best person that you can effing. I can't think of how you had a good line.
Yeah.
I want you to be the best effing. I can't think of it anymore. Moving on here, Skylar says, "Hey man, I hope someday you guys can get a show on ESPN or something." Hey,
That'd be cool.
that'd be awesome. I appreciate that. That'd be pretty sweet.
ESPN hates Kentucky though, so I wouldn't expect that.
Maybe
We're Duke fans.
SEC Network possibly.
Yeah, maybe that's the only place. in
Hey,
college.
if we did, all you guys, I'll remember all the names and I'll let you guys
We'll
have like
shout you out
VIP
during the
passes.
ESPN
Yeah,
show.
seriously. Skylar also says, I just hope you do big things and love your videos. Hey, appreciate that, Skylar, so much, man. Appreciate that a lot. Hope you had a good Christmas and hopefully all you guys had great Christmases today.
Yeah. Or having
Or having. It's
Still
still Christmas Day.
maybe.
But no, I appreciate that, Skylar, a lot. Really appreciate that. Christian Fernandez says Ailman. Okay, so Christian Fernandez Ailman says UK is a joke this year. This is not a John Calipari team. Well, hey, to this point, we obviously, guys, this is probably one of the roughest times we've had to deal with in the Cal era, which again puts things into perspective. We have gifted and spoiled we've been as fans. Obviously, championship wise, I think we we should have gotten more. But no, I agree. This is definitely a frustrating moment right now. But again, all of our opportunities lay ahead of us, and we can still take advantage of this season and turn this thing around without a doubt in my mind.
I mean, obviously, you could say it's a joke. That's your opinion. I can't dispute that. But to say it's not a Calipari team, I think isn't true because Calipari team have a lot of young players. This is a definition of a Calipari
As far as buying
team.
into his philosophy, maybe I agree with that.
I just think as far as a Calipari team, having a bunch of young players, that's what a Cal team is all about. I mean, for the most part. This is the most young team, but Cal has always been this way.
I mean,
pushing players out, getting a bunch of – obviously, he's an amazing recruiter, but we've always been young to a point for the most part.
Yeah.
This is obviously the youngest.
This is pushing it to an extreme that we've not yet dealt with yet.
Record-wise, it's not Cal, obviously. And then,
No.
yeah, different stuff. But as far as getting a bunch of new young players in, that's the definition of a Cal.
But again, one thing that I did like what Cal said is I think he's using this as he's like, this will be the most rewarding season ever if this team listens in and buys into what he's saying and they put it together. Because again, this moment right now, 1-5, if we end up, say we turn this thing around, which I think we truly can, think about how awesome it's going to feel to be like, man, we were 1-5 and now we're in a great position now going into March. Like, I don't know. I think
sets the bar pretty low.
Loss like this, guys, gives you a major opportunity and window to just really shine and bounce back and just like use that loss and that frustration to your advantage, which usually we don't ever get this kind of opportunity because we're constantly winning most of the time.
Yeah.
Old Smelly Guy says, my two favorite UK fans. I appreciate that, Old Smelly Guy. Good to see you back in here. And Miranda Farmer, Merry Christmas. Now, Merry Christmas to you too, Miranda.
Merry Christmas.
But yeah, no, I appreciate all you guys stopping in here, guys, for the live stream today. It was kind of last second. I decided last night. I talked to someone in the comment section throughout the week. It was Gad the Demon, actually another Louisville fan. He recommended that we do a live stream, just previewing the game tomorrow, as well as kind of discussing stuff that's going on, because there was definitely quite a bit to talk about. And also just kind of just check in with you guys on Christmas Day. Obviously, it's Christmas Day, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably doing stuff with family and doing other stuff as well. But I really appreciate you guys taking even like a second out of your day, out of your Christmas day, to stop in here and just chill us for a little bit, just talk. So I really appreciate all you guys. I'll shout out all you guys. Aaron, appreciate you. Mountain Warriors, Merry Christmas, BBN, go Big Blue. What's going on, Mountain Warriors? Michael Martin, appreciate you coming here. UK Reactions contributor there. Lady Basketball Player 23, Skylar Lindhorst. Hopefully I said your name right. At least I got Skylar right, I think. Skylar. Christian, Miranda, an Old Smelly Guy, and Gold Medal 67. And Eric Berm was in here as well. So, hey, once again, guys, big game tomorrow. I'm super excited. I'm really, really hopeful. And once again, guys, I'm not losing faith. I'm not losing my confidence in this team, even though it's definitely struggling right now. We're definitely in a tough spot. But you know what? It's going to make the win feel so much better when we're able to get over that hill and get over that I guess – getting over the hump. Mark, man, I know I said I'm done, but let's be honest. Tomorrow at tip, I'll be here. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, because realistically, if we were 0-21, we'd be like, we would still be on here.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's get the win today.
Miles Finch from Elf. That's it. I'm gone.
Yeah, seriously.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, Mark,
See you
man,
later.
that's a great. You know what? That's a great closing, but also connection to our thumbnail here and a Christmas connection. I'm sure you guys saw Miles Finch on the thumbnail of our live stream. Exactly. I feel like we all pull that. We're like, "That's it. I'm gone." And then then the next day, we're like, "I'll be there tomorrow."
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hope we can get the win. Mark, man, it's UK, it's Louisville. That's exactly it. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of guys prepare for that. Right now, I think it's all Big Blue Nation here right now. And hey, there are some civil Louisville fans, just as like there's some a-hole UK fans. Every fan base has the idiots and the people that are like terrible fans. But you know what? Just ignore the haters when they come in here. I'm sure they're gonna come in here and light us up no matter what, even if we're winning by 100 points or we're losing by 100 points.
Our day of reckoning is coming.
But no matter what happens, guys, our day of reckoning is coming, and we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back.
Watch out.
Back and better than before, back and better than ever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. See, the thing is, like we said before, all the teams we've lost to, it just gives us ammunition to
Oh yeah,
not only train better and have a lot more motivation going forward, but also we're going to see those teams again. We're seeing that's the name of basketball. You see a lot of these teams again very soon.
exactly.
Freaking played over
That's-
3 times last year.
That's bitten us guys a lot in the past, where we've beaten the team in the early season, and guess what? We lose to them in March Madness. North Carolina, we beat in a thriller game, 103 to 100, or 101. Remember that game? Late point scoreless points. Guess
More
what?
than that,
We lost in the Elite Eight. Which game mattered more?
yeah.
Unfortunately for us, it was the Elite Eight game. Auburn, we beat them twice, blew them out at home by 30-some points. They beat us in the Elite Eight and went in overtime.
Yeah, so Notre Dame, they don't want to see us again. North Carolina, they don't want to see us again. Kansas, they don't want to see us again.
Richmond, Georgia Tech,
None of these
none of
teams.
those teams, none of them. So guess what?
No teams ever going to want to see
I'll
us.
tell you right now, guys. I tell you right now, they don't want to see us again.
Yeah,
I'm pulling a little Kirby Smart right there. And then that's, you know what? Before I close it off, that's a great point, lady basketball player, about Dante Allen, because that was one storyline I did not touch on yet in this live stream. For some weird reason, that is definitely a knock on Cal right now, in my opinion. It was a really terrible quote. Maybe it was taken out of context. I heard it in an article from UK or KSR, whoever it was. It was either Cia Blue or KSR. Cal's response, because they said, "Why is Dante Allen not getting more playing time? He's really he's a good shooter. He's literally hit like 2 or 3 out of his 7 3-point attempts this entire season."
Yeah, you can't do
And he said that he needs to let the starters be able to miss. Which I understand to a point. You don't want to have a quick trigger, but why does he not get shots to miss? And he's made a lot of his shots that he's taken. Like, I get that to a point, but at some point, let him get some playing time. I mean, I've heard some people say, even some of our UK Reactions contributors say that his defense is really bad. Okay, most of our defense has been pretty bad for the most part for most players. So why is he not? I mean, and he's a Kentucky kid. I'm telling you right now, guys. I mean, maybe if we had a bigger sample size, we could see more of that defense maybe come out as like a negative. But to this point, I've not seen anything that tells me he's a really horrible defender. Not anything at all.
And I think he should definitely get more playing time because he came in the game for not even that long off the bench, made a 3. And I mean, I know coming off the bench in the biggest joke games ever how hard it is to play. I can't even imagine coming off the bench in a Kentucky game and be able to knock down a 3. That means something.
No.
To come off the bench in a Kentucky game, knock down a 3 like that doesn't just happen.
No.
I mean, to come off the bench, that is such a nerve-wracking thing.
And it wasn't just
And to knock one down, I mean, he needs more playing time.
it wasn't just Morehead State either. He hit a 3 against Kansas.
Yeah.
It's a big 3.
Yeah, then he gets just taken out pretty soon.
And here's the thing: is I think honestly, if things kept trending in this direction, where we have, I'm hoping not, because I'm really feeling positive. I think we're going to bounce back and get rid of this negativity and the attitude stuff 100%. But say it didn't, I would say if I was Cal, I would start Dante Allen, Davion Mintz, Lance Ware, those 3 100%, because those guys just so far to this point play really hard and have a really positive attitude.
Yeah.
I would even say maybe even put imagine maybe putting Brennan Canada, someone on the bench who doesn't play at all, just to say, like, you know what, I'm not putting up any kind of attitude, and I'm only playing guys that have a positive attitude or with like a positive approach to the game. And again, I hope we bounce back. I think we will. But
yeah, I think the starting 5 now would definitely be Ware,
Mintz.
Ware, Mintz, Askew at the point.
Yeah, I agree.
Sar, and then whatever. See Ware.
You said Ware.
Oh, yeah, because Ware hustled over there. So the big man,
Jackson?
Ware and Sar, and then you got Askew, Mintz, and I guess the 5th. Well, it'd be Brooks, but if Brooks isn't there, probably Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson or maybe Toppin. Toppin plays hard, I think. I know a lot of people guys are getting hard or getting pretty bad on Toppin. I'm not Toppin. Goodness gracious. I heard a lot of complaints about Jacob Toppin. He's got a lot of playing time, but I think he's played hard when he's out there. He's young. He's a sophomore. He's from Rhode Island. That's great, guys. I just had that moment there on live on air. But hey, you could have seen him live. But anyways, guys, just wanted to say again, going in tomorrow, I'm feeling positive. I'm like I said, be prepared for anything to happen. We don't know what's going to happen, but no matter what, it's a big opportunity for us to win, get some momentum going to SEC play. And at the same time, it sounds like someone said on here that we might change our South Carolina game to Bella Marine or something like that. I'll take that game any day of the week.
Need any win we can get.
Yeah, seriously, they could even play JBA if they wanted to. But no, just wanted to say thanks for stopping in, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the live stream starting at about 12. I'll say 12:55. The game starts at 1 o'clock, so we'll probably come on at like 12:55. And yeah, big opportunity, guys. It's our biggest rival. Big win. We've absolutely owned them 100%, 11-2 since Cal's got there. So guess what? They're going to be coming for us. We know that. They just lost by 37 points. But you know what? We need to win as well. So it's going to be a dog fight and a cat and bird fight. And guess who wins that fight almost every single time? Cats.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, guys. Mark, man, let's go. I'll be here, guys. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, Mark. And again, all you guys, appreciate all you stopping in here. Have a great rest of your Christmas day. And definitely enjoy it. And we'll see you tomorrow and hopefully bounce back with a big-time win and get this thing turned around. And like I said, guys, our day of reckoning is coming. And when we get this thing turned around and we play like how I know we can play, look the F out because we're here and we're ready.
Watch out and look out.
Go Big Blue. And guess what, guys? It's time to win.